Hello, my beautiful Livy loves. I am so happy to be back with you. I'm so sorry that I've been gone for a while because I was so sick. For those of you who don't know, I don't know why. I just got extremely sick and I lost my voice. Please do bear with me. I do have a bit of a lingering cough, but I am definitely getting a lot better. And I just want to extend my deepest appreciation to the entire Live Tarot community for all of your love, your messages, your emails, sending me healing energy. I really felt it because, guys, it was a really close call. My son is graduating from high school in 2 days. Like, I can't believe it. I'm so excited and sad at the same time. But, for a few days there, I was afraid that I would actually miss the graduation because I was so sick. So thankfully I can go now, and I really do believe that it is because of all of your love and all that beautiful healing energy that you sent to me. I truly felt it, and I'm feeling so much better. So thank you so much for sticking with me and being here with me. You know how much I love and appreciate all of you. So before we get into today's reading, which is going to be about your person's feelings for you today, what are they actually feeling for you and this connection right now? Before we get into that, I just wanted to give you a quick announcement. Many of you have been emailing me about when my deck, the Twin Flame Shadow and Light messages, will be available again, because in case you don't know, I had created 4 decks actually, and these are 3 of them, but that 4th one, the Shadow and Light messages, I really wanted to change it and update it with a lot of new messages and beautiful imagery for you. So because I've been so busy with private readings and readings here on YouTube, it's been a slow process, so I apologize for that. But now I'm excited to announce that the deck is done. I'm just waiting for the first sample to come in, and I will definitely do a deck review. I will do a reading with that deck so you can see what the new version of it looks like, what the messages are like. And as soon as that sample comes in and everything looks okay, I'm going to open up pre-orders for that deck, and I will give you more information as we move forward. So thanks so much for listening to that announcement. I'm so happy for that deck. It's going to be fantastic. I think it's going to bring so much richness to our readings here, and if you do decide to order it, to your own readings at home. So today, let's get into our reading. I have some beautiful options here for you. As you can see, it is a theme of cups energy, of water, right? Of emotions, of being in the flow. Okay, so in terms of your twin flame, your soulmates feelings for you today, your first choice here for group 1 is the lake, stillness. Group 2 is river, movement. Group 3 is ocean, ebb and flow. All right, so if you would like to take a moment and take a deep breath, maybe meditate, see which of these you feel most intuitively guided to. You can choose 1, 2, 3, or you can choose all of them and take the messages that resonate for you and your situation. Please do be gentle with yourself. Know that this is a general reading. Not everything may resonate for your situation, but if you would like to have specific guidance on your unique journey and you would like to have a private reading with me, the link to that is in the box below. All right, so you guys know the drill, right? Let's go ahead and get started with group number 1. All right, my beautiful group number 1 who chose the lake, this is your reading. We're going to be going in deep on your twin flame soulmate, your beloved's feelings for you today, right now. Where are they? And make sure you stay with me until the end of the reading, because we're going to use this deck again. You can ask your most urgent question to Spirit about this connection, and we're going to get you an answer. All right, so we're going to start off here with your tarot. Spirit, can you tell us what are your person's feelings for you today? So let's take a look here. We have the 10 of Wands. Show you each card here, 10 of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 7 of Pentacles. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. Interesting. All right, so we're getting some energy here of your person being very focused on practicality. Okay, there's things that are going on here in this connection that may have to do with issues of what is practical for your love, right? Because I'm feeling here that there's something here about your person feeling like there have been certain obstacles between the two of you, okay? Certain obstacles here between the two of you that have been not about, sorry guys, I'm just shifting this here to make it more accessible for you, but not about emotions. See, this is the thing. I feel like your person right now, their feelings for you are exactly what they've always been, as in there hasn't been a shift in how they love you. I feel like the shift or the issue here for them has been very much about the practical aspect of your life, of your relationship. I feel like there's been some sort of a discrepancy or like a disconnect between the vision that you want for this connection, like the way you want this relationship to show up in your real life, right? The way you want to live this relationship. Does that make sense? Like, you know how each of us as human beings on this journey of love and union with a specific person that we feel that connection to. And I always say the labels really don't matter. It doesn't matter if it's your twin flame, your soulmate, how you see them. It's really about that connection that you feel in your heart. And so each of us has a very unique sense of how we want that to play out in real life, right? Because there's a difference between maybe the fantasy or the dreams that we may have of how our relationship looks from day to day versus what is it actually going to look like as we come together. Like, what is your vision of how you want your day-to-day life to be with your person, and what is their vision of how they want day-to-day life to be with you. Now, for some of you, I'm feeling because of this energy here, there's been a disconnect because for some of you, this may be a long-distance relationship where you feel like maybe your lifestyle, right, the way you live on a day-to-day basis is not maybe in alignment the way you want it to be with the way your person leads their life on a day-to-day basis. So for some of you, I'm feeling that there may be an issue here of a lot of geographical space, but that geography may be translating into obstacles that are also very cultural, right? Because if we live in different cities, different states, if we're in the United States, or even different countries, different nations, you know, if we even have that kind of distance between us, now we're looking at very different lifestyles, very different cultures that we may be living in. And heck, you know, even for those of us who are in the US, like even if you're in the same country, right? Me being in California, if my twin flame or soulmate is in Georgia, well, that is a totally different culture and lifestyle just within the same country, right? So I feel like there are adjustments that need to be made here. And there may be an energy with this 10 of Wands that your person may have been feeling a bit stressed out, a bit burdened by what these issues or obstacles may be. Okay, for some of you, I feel like what that 10 of Wands also represents is some sort of a third-party situation as well. And what that third-party situation is also entailing is, again, that day-to-day life. Okay, like what is your vision of what you want your day-to-day life to be like with your person versus what is their reality, right? Like what is their day-to-day life reality, especially if you or them or both of you have some sort of a third-party situation, or you're trying to leave or change that situation. And that is why with this wheel, it's like your person is really longing for that change. Okay, they want to shift into a new cycle here. They want to shift into a new beginning, a new phase of life here with you. But the problem here is that they don't know what that new phase is going to look like. Okay, because with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like for wherever they are right now, they feel that they have put in a lot of work and a lot of energy and effort to be where they are right now. So I feel, again, if there is some sort of a distance between the two of you, for some of you, I'm feeling that yes, it's geographical. Yes, it could even be third party. But for some of you, there's also some sort of an emotional distance that needs to be bridged as well. So I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, your person is really feeling right now that they, wherever they are right now in life, they've really worked their ass off to get there. And they're afraid of that changing in order to make this relationship be what you both want it to be. So they're experiencing a lot of fear right now when it comes to the idea of changing either their lifestyle, changing their location, because I feel for some of you, there may have come to some sort of an impasse also as to like, okay, well, if we're going to come together here, who's going to move where? Okay, who is going to move their life? Who's going to uproot their life? Who's going to give in here to uproot their life and move closer to where the other one is? And sometimes it doesn't even have to be that you're even so far away. I feel like with your person's energy coming through here, even if they're living closer to you and they're not that far away, I feel that they feel very rooted in where they are. Okay, they've planted roots here. So even if they're 30 minutes away, even if they're an hour away, even if they're 2 hours away, and they're not maybe a country, a city, or a state away, they feel that they've worked very hard to plant these roots, and they're very afraid of uprooting themselves, right? With this Eight of Pentacles, for some of them, it's also an issue of their livelihood. Okay, it's an issue of career, money, long-term stability. So there's definitely something here that is holding them back. You know, I feel like when it comes to their emotions and their love for you, they do want this new beginning, but it almost feels like they want it on their terms. It's almost like they want to ask you, but they're too afraid to ask you to be the one to compromise, or for you to be the one to change, because they don't feel that they can change. Okay, that's why this Ten of Wands is weighing very heavily upon their backs and upon their mind right now. Okay, your person is kind of like, they may have been giving you some sort of indication, subtle hints. They may have been giving you subtle hints that, hey, they want you to be the one to give in because they don't feel comfortable giving in themselves, but they don't know how to put that to you in a more direct way. Okay, so for some of you, they may have been hinting at maybe you compromising, you moving towards them, you uprooting your life instead of them uprooting theirs. For some of you, they may have been maybe painting some pictures of, hey, you know, this is what our future could look like if we can work this out. But again, they want you to work it out. They don't want to be the ones who work it out themselves. So it's like they want this new beginning with you, but they want you to do the work in order to make it happen. They want you to make the sacrifices. And it, you know, it does come off as a bit unfair, right? It's like they're too embarrassed or you know, they know that it's wrong, and that's why they may not be saying it out loud, but they're putting out the feelers. They're putting out the hints. They're energetically trying to communicate to you that they want you, they want a life with you, but they want you to make it happen. Like they want you to do the work, the heavy lifting. And so not quite, you know, not quite equal there. not quite fair. Like the energy there is like kind of like they know they're being unfair, but they can't help it because you know, they just feel so rooted in where they are. Okay, so let's go deeper here. So we have stuck in the mud. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely. You see this? They're feeling right now that they are stuck in the mud, that this kind of impasse, which may have to do with, okay, how are we going to bring our lives together? Okay. They feel that the relationship feels a bit stuck in the mud. Right? And so they're wondering, okay, is it possible? Is this going to be possible for us to become unstuck? Because I am getting a feeling here that if you guys don't reach a resolution about this, it's going to start to feel stale to you. The relationship is going to start to feel stale if it hasn't already. Okay? See, here's the thing. Now, your person, they do have a very loyal heart. So in their heart, in their mind, they feel extremely loyal to you. Okay, so the issue here is not about them, you know, their heart not being in the right place. But I feel like this issue of loyalty is also very much about their loyalty to what they've already built. So they also feel very loyal to this Seven of Pentacles and this Eight of Pentacles. Like they're very loyal to what they have already achieved and done in their life, right? So this is why they tend to be kind of very stable in where they are. So if you like stability in somebody, this is a very good thing. Your person is very stable. They're loyal to what they have decided that they want. They're not easily swayed by other things. So they don't have a roving eye. They're not kind of like this shiny object kind of a person either. They don't kind of like go for every new shiny idea. They tend to be very stable, very rooted in one place. But again, the downside of that is that they don't want to change their ways. They're kind of very stuck in their ways. When it comes to the self-reflection, it's like, you know, they are more about being stable in who they are. So they may look at themselves, you know, like they may care to be introspective, but they're not somebody who quickly changes, right? So if they look at themselves in the mirror, like metaphorically, symbolically, they like what they see, okay? They're good with who they are. They like what they see in the mirror. So they don't want to change what they see in that mirror. Okay, so they don't want to change the life that they see in that mirror. They don't want to change the person that they see in that mirror. So that's why, again, I'm getting this energy that they're more about you shifting for them because they are very strong and stable in who they already really are. See? Appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. So again, I do feel that your person has a lot of appreciation for you, for the relationship that you have, but they also have a lot of appreciation, again, I feel it so strongly, for who they themselves are. So this is somebody who does feel confident within themselves. They appreciate what they have built. When they look at themselves, they appreciate themselves. And for some of you, you may want to think about, like, sometimes does that come out as a bit of arrogance, you know? Because I do feel that, I don't think they mean it. I don't think they mean to be arrogant or opinionated, but I do feel that your person can somewhat seem that way, even though they don't intend to. There's, again, a sense of stability and self-confidence that they have, that they don't really introspect that much, and perhaps they should, because it's, again, they already like what they see, so they don't go deeper. You know? So let's get some specific messages on their feelings. I still feel deeply connected to you, but I won't admit it. Okay, so see, I feel like there's a little bit of a touch of that arrogance, you know, a little bit of that touch of, like, you know, I have it going on, I'm doing really good. You can mold yourself to me, right? So they still feel deeply connected, But if you've been going through some sort of struggle or separation, they have a little bit of that arrogance where they may not be like fully admitting it. I always look for you at airports as if we'll be in the same place, at the same place in the world. Yeah. So, you know, they really do love being with you. And this is interesting that the airports came up, because with this whole reading, I've been feeling that for many of you, there is a long distance issue or some sort of a physical distance issue. Right? So they do feel you. I mean, they feel your energy. Like I said, this is not about them not loving you, not wanting to be with you, but this is more about them and them thinking, okay, how can we make our lifestyle more compatible, right? Like, how can we merge our lives? Is there an opportunity here with this Wheel of Fortune to merge our lives? I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. Yeah, so for some of you, I'm feeling that if you're in a long distance relationship, your person, because of this, it's like they have feelings for you, but they may also be keeping you at arm's length. Why? Because they want to see whether you are willing to change your life and move to them, right? And for those of you who don't have long distance, I feel like the energy is the same. It's like, it's an emotional distance. So they're kind of looking and waiting to see if you're willing to kind of mold yourself, your lifestyle, your sense of compatibility to them. Okay. They're wanting you to kind of step up more than they have to. So again, I feel like that's something you're going to have to decide for yourself. What else about how they are feeling for you today? What else can you tell us, Spirit? Oh my God. Wow. Wow. All right. So this is really amazing. You guys got the twin flame card. Wow. Okay. So, you know, if you've been looking for a confirmation that this is a twin flame connection, well, here you have it. Here you have it. So there is definitely a very deep connection here. Very eternal love, reincarnation, passion. Okay. A lot of deep connection. And this is why I'm saying that the issue here is not the loyalty that they feel for you. They do have a very loyal heart to you, right? But again, they are also very loyal to themselves and what they think and feel about what they have built in life. And that is why I feel like for some of you who, you know, may have had some sort of struggle here, there is definitely a time marker for those of us who are in summer right now, okay? I know some of you are not. So if you're not in the summer months right now, wherever you are, you can see this as the Sun card as well in tarot, which is the happiest card in tarot, along with the fresh start. So yes, they definitely want this, okay? They want this connection. They want this relationship with you. Absolutely. And I feel like for those of you who are in that kind of deciding mode, like, okay, who's going to move to who is going to be the person to kind of, you know, give in to whatever is this, maybe some sort of distance here. I feel like they are definitely wanting you to be the one to compromise a bit more than what they are willing to compromise. And if you do that, it's like they want to have this new, beautiful new beginning with you, okay? And they want to have it sooner rather than later. That is for sure, right? So I feel like this is going to have to be you deciding, right, how much you are willing to compromise and maybe having that conversation, right? So this is your chance. Why don't you think about what is your most urgent question for Spirit about this connection? And here is your answer. Peaceful resolution. Wow. See? So again, I feel like whatever issues are happening here is what Spirit is saying, is that, yeah, this is possible, but you guys need to resolve this peacefully. How can you do this? That is up to you. So let me know what you thought of your reading in the box below. If you haven't already, make sure that you do subscribe, like, and share. It means so much to me. If you'd like to order any of my oracle decks or have a private reading with me, all the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you all. I'll see you all in the next video. All right, my beauties who chose the River here is your reading. And make sure you stay with me until the end, because you will also get to ask your most urgent question using this oracle deck about your connection. So we're going to get you an answer to that. So let's go ahead and start with your tarot. We're looking at what your twin flame, soulmate, your beloved's feelings are for you today. Wow, beautiful. I'm going to show you each one individually, but let's get started with tarot first, and then we'll get into your oracle cards. Oh my gosh, wow. All right, so we have the Four of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands, beautiful, amazing. Eight of Swords. And we have the, wow, Ten of Cups. Guys, this is amazing. This is really, really beautiful energy coming through here. So, wow. Okay, so first of all, there is an energy, and it's so interesting because look how we have three solid energies here that are so in tune with getting to a place in your life where you feel that you are at the precipice, like kind of on the threshold of a totally new beginning. Okay, so I feel like that's one of the overall energies that are coming through here very strongly from your person. They feel that they're coming to some sort of the ending of a particular cycle, okay, that has not really been working very well for them. I feel like they're starting to come to a realization that it is time for a change. Because with this Eight of Swords energy, I feel like your person has been definitely in some sort of cycle, at least I would say for the past year, maybe even longer, where they've literally put the blindfold on themselves, as in there are certain things that they have refused to see, certain things that they refuse to acknowledge or admit. There's a definite energy here coming through of denial from your person, okay, with this Eight of Swords energy. And this energy of denial has been blocking this Ten of Cups right here. And that's what I find so interesting here, is that why is it that your person has spent at least a greater part of this past year trying to deny what is staring them in the face with this Ten of Cups. So this is why I feel like they have exhausted themselves. Because, you know, it's kind of like that energy of having a car that is stuck in mud, but you keep your foot on the accelerator, and so the wheels just keep turning, right? But the car doesn't actually move out of the ditch, right? The wheels just keep very quickly turning. And I feel like that's exactly what your person has been stuck in with this Eight of Swords. It's like they have been stuck in this ditch. They put their foot on that accelerator thinking they can get out of it, but they really don't want to. There's not enough forward momentum for them to do that. And what's interesting here is that it's kind of like this very self-sabotaging behavior of this Ten of Cups, because I'm getting the energy from them that one of the things that really has been difficult for them is that they have these visions of you, Four of Wands, okay? So from the time that they have met you, from the time that they have fallen in love with you and connected with you and gotten to know you at a deeper level, I feel like they've had a lot of dreams. They've been dreaming, having visions of marrying you, Four of Wands. I mean, it's like this. Sometimes I feel like they don't even know that it's a wedding. Like in their dreams, they see some sort of celebration. They see your face. They see themselves kind of, you know, dressed up. And they see that something is going on around them. But for some reason, it triggers them with this Eight of Swords. Like instead of waking up happy, elated, like, wow, this was an amazing dream, what a beautiful vision. For some reason, this Four of Wands energy of seeing themselves, you know, committing to you makes them really scared. Eight of Swords, right? It makes them want to put the blindfold back on. It's like, it's almost like a vision that they don't want to have, this Four of Wands. And that's one of the great problems here. That's one of the great obstacles here in the energy of this connection. And because I feel like the issue here is not what they feel for you, because what they feel for you is amazing. Look at this. I mean, can you get any better than the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands together, right? This is about finally finding your person. You know, the person who you feel the most yourself with. And this is the thing. I feel like one of the key energies coming through here from your person is that the way they see you is that they feel that they can most be themselves in your presence. They feel like they can be themselves fully with you in a way that they have never been with anybody else. Now that, unfortunately, for this person is a problem, okay? You know, for some people, and it's interesting because it all depends on where we are in our spiritual journey, right? Like for some people, when they meet this person, when they meet the person that they feel like, oh my God, I can let down my walls, I can breathe this sigh of relief, I can be totally myself. I don't need to put on facades. I don't need to put up walls. I don't need to put on a persona. I don't need to put on a mask. I can just let it all hang out, like the good, the bad, the ugly, like, you know, like everything. I can just put it out there. And I will be loved, cherished, and accepted for exactly who I am. And I feel like this person has realized this about you. You are that person for them. You have demonstrated to them, you have shown them that you are willing and able and capable to do what nobody else has done in their romantic life before. That is to fully see them warts and all. To fully acknowledge, see, understand them, and accept them for everything they are. And for some reason, some people, when they see this, they're really excited. They feel like this is it. Oh my God, I've been waiting for this person. This is what I've always wanted. And then they can open up their hearts. They can open up everything for that person. But I feel like with this Eight of Swords energy, your person has wanted to do that, but they've definitely had internal blocks and obstacles. They've definitely been facing a lot of their own inner fears in order to let this in, okay? They haven't been able to fully let this energy in, this Four of Wands and Ten of Cups. Because for some personalities, right? For some people, for some souls on this journey, and again, we are all on our own journey. So many of us are ready for certain things. Many of us are not ready for certain things, right? It's a journey, right? So many people are ready for this Four of Wands and Ten of Cups, but many people are not because it brings up a lot of stuff for them. And this combination, as powerful and beautiful as it is, can also be overwhelming to some people who are not quite ready for that step, right? So this is why I feel that the way your person feels for you today is, wow, like you are all of this to them, okay? But they do know that with this Eight of Swords, that they've had a hard time opening their eyes to it, right? They've been putting on this blindfold because it's almost like the vision of this is so bright and beautiful that it blinds them. It's more than they could take up till now. However, the beautiful energy that is coming through here is that that is coming to an end, as in they are now opening themselves up, okay? It's been a slower process with that Eight of Swords, for sure. It's been a much slower process for them, but they're making their way, okay? It may feel like a turtle. It may feel like inch by painful little excruciating inch, right? But with this beautiful Ace of Wands, this is them telling you that, yeah, you know what? I am willing to do this. It takes effort. It takes action on my part, but I have so much love and passion for you. I know who you are. I'm not denying that. I know this connection. I'm not denying that. It's just I'm having a hard time letting it in But with this Ace of Wands energy, they are coming into their own, as in they are now coming into the energy of being able to let in this beautiful Four of Wands and this beautiful Ten of Cups here. So let's go deeper. What else is your twin flame soulmate person feeling for you today? Wow, see? Oh my God, this is really something. Okay, so see, by the book, see? This is why I'm not surprised that they've had a hard time letting in this energy, letting in this love, because see, your person tends to be a by the book person. Like, this is somebody who does have a harder time really feeling their emotions. You know, they tend to want to be in their head. They tend to have a particular rule book, you know, like kind of like a rule of life book that they carry around with them, like literally in their heart. Like, you know, it's like in their head, it's in their heart, it's in their being. They kind of live by their own rule book of life. And what that rule book has become is their comfort zone. Okay, so they have a particular way in which they make themselves comfortable, so they're not kind of on that leading edge, that precipice of like, oh, I don't want to be the guinea pig here of true love. Like, you know, what if I fall? What if I like screw this up? What if I like make an ass of myself, right? So they are very by the book. They're very like, yeah, I'm gonna play in the safe zone here, you know. And I feel like before they met you, that is where they drew their power from. Okay, the zone of safety, the zone of all is well as long as I don't open up my heart and like get lost in love. Like, you know, as long as I maintain my own power and control, I'll be okay, right? So before they met you, I feel like they've had other relationships, but those relationships never actually challenged them to stop playing by their little book of life. Okay, they were okay. Those other people that were in their life before allowed them to play by the book, allowed them to play by their own rules, and they allowed them to kind of stay in their own power. But I feel like in meeting you, in falling in love with you, this was an incredibly unexpected occurrence. Okay, unexpected visitor. Like, you are this unexpected visitor in their life, as in they were leading their life in a very measured, controlled, routine sort of a way. Okay, they kind of felt like they had it all figured out. Like, I have this all figured out. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I want, what I don't want. I have my little book. I have my little life. Like, it's good. You know, I'm good the way it is. I don't need to rock the boat. You know, yeah, I don't feel this incredible, crazy love for anybody, but you know what? That's all right, right? So this is kind of like the world that they were operating in until you, the unexpected visitor, came along to visit their world and decided to create a very strong home, a very powerful home in their heart, right? You are this unexpected visitor. They were not. Look how cute you are right there. There you are. There. Look. You kind of peeked into their world here, you know? You're like, let me open up this door here because I find you fascinating. I feel a connection with you. I think we are meant for each other, right? And here, there you are, like opening up the door of their life here and looking in at them. And they're like, oh my, oh my God. Do I want this? Oh my God, this is scary. This is like crazy. Like, I don't know. Should I let this person in? Right? So this was a very unexpected love, okay, for your person. Very unexpected. And I feel like their life, their choices, their decisions, the way that they were living their life, feeling their life up till now was more limited than it was limitless. So I feel that you have inspired them, and again, slowly, right? Because this is not a change that your person could just like deal with overnight, right? You've let them inch their way into discovery, okay? Into discovering a new way to be, into discovering that you can live with passion, with purpose. You can put your heart on the line. You can be on the leading edge precipice, and it's okay. You know, it's okay. Everything will be all right. You kind of gave them that feeling. And so what I love about this is that the other thing that they're also feeling about you today is that you really inspired them to go from that kind of limitation, that limited kind of existence that they were having, to trying to be more limitless, to trying to expand their beliefs, right? Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. So they're learning this, you know, but you have inspired this learning process within them. And that's why I love this energy of how they're feeling towards you. Like, you are inspiring them with this Ace of Wands. You are showing them that it is possible to have great love in your life. And you don't need to totally throw out your rule book or your the way that you live. You can allow this new and beautiful energy to bring new wonder, new excitement, and new adventure into your life. And that is where I feel that they are truly starting to open up their heart, you know, open up their energy in terms of wanting to have this 10 of Cups, wanting to have that 4 of Wands, you know, to share with you. Okay, so let's get some specific messages here. Yeah, see, I feel like you're on the other side of my every breath. Isn't that beautiful? See, so you really did unlock a whole new portal in their heart. You know, you really did, like I said, you like got into, see, you unlocked this whole door, this whole portal, right? And you literally came in and kind of built your home, built your nest in their heart. And so you've become like a fabric, like the fabric of their being. You've become intertwined in a beautiful way into the fabric of who they are. And that's a beautiful, wonderful thing. You want that, both of you together, kind of like intertwined like fabric in each other's spirit as you grow together. I feel like I abandoned you and myself when we broke up. I want to reconcile. Okay, so this is definitely for some of you who there may have been some sort of a separation, because, you know, if this person, you know, depending on your individual journeys here, if this person was too much by the book, if they just weren't ready to open up that aspect of their life and that heart, if they weren't willing to, if they were too much kind of ego-centered, mind-centered, too much with that, you know, I need to empower myself, this is about my own power, I can't give up my power for love, then there may have been some sort of a separation that has happened here, right? Because they may not have been ready for this powerful, very powerful energy of the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So if that's the case, definitely they feel that they abandoned you. They really regret that. And they know that they also abandoned themselves. So they definitely want to come back to this, right? With this Ace of Wands along with this reconciliation card right here. And then there's some of you here, I couldn't go against my family to be with you. So for some of you, I feel this unexpected visitor can also mean that there may have been some sort of family conflict. Okay. And I feel like for those of you who are in this conflict where you feel like there is a family member or some sort of family dynamic, some sort of lingering negative energy or resistance from somebody that your person is still tied to, that is where this unexpected visitor becomes relevant to your story as well, where maybe somebody kind of dropped in out of nowhere, came back into your person's life. It could be an ex, it could be a mom or a dad or somebody who kind of wasn't in your person's life, but now they're back because they want something from them, right? It's like a toxic energy. They either want money, influence, something, and they're kind of being manipulative towards your person. So I feel like that for some of you, this is not for everybody, but for some of you, there's definitely something here with that energy. So what else can you tell us here, Spirit, about their feelings for you today? Yeah. So see, this is the thing. So your person, again, this to me has very much to do with them being very goal oriented, right? So this is kind of Spirit saying, yeah, you know, just keep that in mind, right? Like you, as you guys work this out, keep in mind that this is not something that is going to change about your person. They're always going to be like this, right? Like they have a plan, they have a planner, they have a book, they have structure, they have goals, they have, you know, they're organized. This is how their mind works, right? So I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that you want to be aware of that, because that's not going to change. Sure, they're going to continue to open up their heart and open themselves up to the wonder and the beauty of this connection, but this is still their foundation. So that's something that you're going to have to continue to work with and understand about them, because there's definitely certain beliefs here that the two of you may need to work out, okay? That you might have kind of clashing perspectives or mindsets that need to be like discussed and thought through, because I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that absolutely you guys have what it takes to create something beautiful here, even if your person is like this and you may or may not be, right? So but the potential is here to create something really beautiful, and it's absolutely possible. But you guys have to go into it with this understanding that yes, we have our own sense of structure, but we're going to work out how we can make it compatible with both of us, and because we know that we are truly limitless, right? These are not limitations for us. So go ahead and ask your most urgent question about this connection, and here is your answer. Unlikely. Okay, so if you haven't already, please do make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Leave me a comment as well. I love hearing from you. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created for you, all of the links are in the box below. I love you so much, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all in the next video. All right, my beauties who chose group 3, Ocean, here is your reading, and make sure you stay with me until the end, because we'll be using this deck to answer your most urgent question about this connection. So make sure you're ready with your question. We're going to get you an answer. So now let's start off with, what are your person's feelings for you today? We're going to start with your tarot. So we have the 7 of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 5 of Pentacles. 2 5s, and the 5s that are a bit destabilizing. Oh wow, and 3 of Swords. Very interesting. All right, so there's some very sad energies coming through here. So for this particular situation, I would not be surprised if there has been a very deep struggle or very deep separation that has gone on here, as in a separation that has cut very deeply for you both. Now, the first energy that I'm getting here from your person is that they're feeling like, excuse me, my throat is still bad. They're feeling like you don't know the depth of the pain that they're in right now. There's a bit of this energy of, you don't get me, or you don't understand me, you don't know the pain that I'm going through. You've misunderstood me. So there's some sort of a, I feel a disconnect between what you feel has happened in this relationship versus what they feel has happened in this relationship. So there's like 2 competing perspectives here. And for some reason, I'm getting the energy that there were a lot of complications in this relationship. And that is why both of you tend to be coming from opposing viewpoints. Like there's these oppositional perspectives here that are keeping both of you stuck outside of each other's hearts. As in, both of you are feeling like, you know what? I'm the one who's right here. I'm the one who's been hurt. I'm the one who's been misunderstood. So there's a lot of conviction here on both sides with the 7 of Wands. Okay, both of you feel that you have conviction, like you're making your stand. Both of you feel like you've made your stand. You're standing your ground. You are convinced that you are right. You are convinced that your perspective of what has happened in this situation is the correct one. Now, the thing here is that I feel that this is a very complicated situation. So the events that have happened here, and I do feel for some of you, a lot of these events have to do with a third party. But I'm not getting necessarily that this third party has to be like romantic. I'm getting that for many of you, there is a different situation where there are oppositional forces against this relationship, but it's coming from a manipulation of family. I feel like there's a manipulation going on either from family members, it could be parents, it could be siblings, it could be cousins. And for some of you, I'm even feeling that, and again, just take this as it resonates. You know, this is definitely not for everybody, but I'm feeling that for some of you, there's some sort of manipulation that has come from your partner's children. And I don't mean young children. I mean like older kids, like, teens, young adults, that kind of. So there's a separate energy coming through here where there's some sort of a misalignment, some sort of argument or discussion or disagreement that has happened that has to do with a third party. Either, someone's older kids tried to manipulate, or somebody's family members or parents tried to manipulate the situation because they didn't like how close you guys were or are, right? Like there was somebody here outside of your connection felt threatened by your connection. Okay, felt threatened. And so it led to some sort of a confrontation, because I feel like you felt that you knew what was going on here and your person didn't want to admit it. So I feel like your person didn't want to admit that if there was somebody from their side, like either their family or their life, that was poisoning them or like putting thoughts in their head about you or about your relationship, they may have fallen for it. Okay, they may have taken the other person's side against you. And this is really, really uncalled for. I feel like they made a mistake here if that's what they've done. But the thing is, I feel like what Spirit it wants you to know is that they felt that there wasn't anything else they could do, as in they felt obligated, they felt compelled out of guilt, out of shame, out of something to go against you in this situation. So whatever the situation was, so it doesn't even have to be that it was a third party, or like I said, either a third party, a parent, a family member, or a child. It could even just be some sort of a misalignment that has happened in your connection, like you have some sort of disagreement, something where you guys are not seeing eye to eye, okay? And I feel like because of that, both of you stood your ground. Both of you were convinced that you were right here with the Seven of Wands, but it has led to both of you feeling extremely torn and sad. Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups. Both of you feel like you have lost each other. You feel that you have lost them in some way. They feel that they have lost you in some way. And there's also this energy of you both feeling like you've lost faith in each other somehow, because something happened here that let you down very much emotionally. Five of Cups. Okay, something has happened here where you are now trying to determine if this was the right person for you, as in, were they being fully honest? Were they living in their own fantasies of what was true for them and their life? And I do feel that, again, if this was a third party, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a romantic third party, it can be any other person or people outside of your relationship that are not wanting this relationship to happen. that are trying to get in the way of it. I feel that there is a deep sense of shame that your person is feeling here because they felt compelled to support that other person. Like they felt like they had to out of some sort of obligation or some sort of emotional blackmail. Okay. Like they, even if I feel like there's some part of them that doesn't believe that person, that believes you over that person. But I feel like with this Five of Pentacles, they're feeling really, really terrible. They're despairing right now because they felt like they had to still take the other side. And it's like almost like they cannot admit to themselves or to you that that other person is manipulating, right? Like that other person is deliberately trying to make trouble here or tried to make trouble and succeeded, because I feel like both of you are in a really bad place here, Five of Cups, because of this issue. So there's definitely an energy here of them feeling like you have misunderstood how heartbroken they really are about the situation. So if you feel that, oh, you know, they're being callous, they're being cold, they didn't take my side, they didn't have my back, they took the other person or other situation's side, you know, and now I'm heartbroken. I feel like they're trying to say that they're heartbroken too, for whatever that is worth to you, because, you know, that may not even be worth much to you at this point if you feel that they have really, really stabbed you in the back by not supporting you in whatever this situation is. But I feel like they want you to know that they are feeling equally heartbroken, even though it seems that they have made this mistake of supporting the wrong person or the wrong situation here. Okay, so let's go deeper. What else are they feeling for you today? Milk and honey, mountain, the void. Yeah, see, not surprised. Ask for help. So yeah, see, so now it's like they know, okay, it's like they know that they supported the wrong person here. They're fully aware of that. Okay, they know that they made the wrong decision, and this is why they're feeling like they're in the void here. Okay, they feel like they're literally between a rock and a hard place, as in like they're kind of cornered, you know. They don't know how to acknowledge to you from, you know, because of that kind of ego aspect of it, right? They don't know how to acknowledge to you that they made a mistake. They supported the wrong idea, the wrong person, the wrong belief, the wrong judgment that they made. They don't know how to climb that mountain, because I feel like they're coming through with this energy of like, oh my gosh, this problem between us feels insurmountable. It feels like a big mountain that needs to be climbed. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know how to come back from this. I'm feeling really, really alone and rejected. Not that, I mean, if you've rejected them because they didn't have your back, well, you're perfectly within your rights to do that, right? Like you don't owe them to stand by them even when they are not standing by you, right? But they feel like, see, with this void, it's like they feel like they're in an abyss here. Like there's like no options for them. But that's actually not true. There's always an option. There's always a better choice that can be made, right? But you have to open yourself up to that possibility, and you have to bring down your ego in the process, right? So they're struggling right now. I feel like their feelings are so despairing and so heartbroken, right? Like they're very heartbroken. They're in so much pain, but at the same time, it's like they're also giving themselves the excuse that this is a void. Like there's nothing that can be done here. It's just, oh, let me just kind of like feel sorry for myself, kind of like this person is doing right here. Like, oh, you know, look at me. You know, I'm just lying here. I've run out of options. I don't know what to do. There's nothing that can be done here because this problem is just too big. Like we cannot find our way around it. We cannot climb this mountain. We can't find our way around it. So again, we're getting that kind of like face of despair here, which is very much in that similar energy here of that Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. So there's definitely an, you know, they're going through a process of self-pity. You know, they're going through a process of self-pity, but they need to come to the realization that if they let somebody else or another situation come between the two of you, if they let anyone or anything manipulate this relationship, then that's something that they need to take ownership of. They need to step up and say, okay, from the very same conviction of the Seven of Wands that I, dissed you, that I like judged you, and I like, didn't have your back or didn't take your side, from that same conviction now I need to say, hey, I made a mistake, okay? I made a mistake, and they need to ask, ask for help, because the only way to get out of this void is to seek assistance. Seek assistance from spirit, from therapy, from real friends, people who really know what's going on here, who are not trying to manipulate them. See? What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support that you need. And I feel like because they're feeling, ashamed, they're embarrassed that they did this, they don't want to admit. Again, I don't know why, I'm getting a feeling that whatever they were covering up for with this Five of Cups and this Five of Pentacles, if this was a third person, regardless of whether it was romance or family or whatever, a third person or a situation that they felt that they had to cover up for, I feel like that's where it's like they are just not able to admit the truth, and they do need help in doing that. As in, like, they're going to have to help themselves to admit what the real truth is here. Not only to themselves, but then to you as well. Like, they're going to have to come to you with their hat in their hand, asking for forgiveness for this kind of really big blunder is what I'm feeling. This was a big blunder because they literally supported the wrong person or the wrong situation here. And so that is why I feel like they're with this milk and honey card. It's like they may be trying to figure out how to come back with you with milk and honey, as in sweetness. They're trying to figure out how to capture your attention again by being sweet, by being kind, by being nice, by offering you that milk and honey, which is like a sweetness, which is like a love, an affection, words of affirmation, words of love. Like, how can I make this better? How, like they say, you can trap more flies with honey than with vinegar. I feel like they're going to try to trap you with their honey here. Like, as in they're trying to figure out how to make this deal sweet again. How to bring the sweetness back to this connection, because I do feel that it has gone sour for sure because of their behavior here. It's definitely gone sour. See, being apart has been more difficult than I can accept. See, they, even if they misbehaved, they didn't have your back, they made you feel alone. I feel like they also may have made you feel like you're in this void here, like there's an abandonment energy coming through here. They may have made you feel like you were abandoned or alone. But see, like, they can't accept being apart from you. Like, they don't like being apart from you. So it's like, they can't have their cake and eat it too. Like, they can't expect to not have your back, to not treat you right, to support other people over you or other situations over you, and then still expect to get your milk and honey, as in to get love from you as well, right? You are my sanctuary. You're the only person I could confide in, and I betrayed your trust. Yeah, absolutely. I am getting that energy. They definitely betrayed your trust. You thought that they were on your side, and for some reason, when it came time to prove that, they did not. Yes. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Here's another one. Wow. When times got tough, I gave up on you too soon. Absolutely. Yeah. So this is definitely the energy of people giving up too soon, people not having your back, people not being the best friend that you thought they were. Because I do feel that before this, you felt that this was your best friend. This was your person. This is the person who's going to have your back no matter what, right? And there was some sort of a big letdown moment here, some sort of a big letdown that came through here that really just screwed up this whole situation. So what else, Spirit, is your person feeling for you today? What are they feeling right now today for you? Yeah, see? See? Tower moment. I knew it. Oh, thank you, Spirit. This is the thing. There was some sort of a big tower moment that happened here that was so destructive to this connection that led you both into this Three of Swords energy, okay? They are still devastated by it. Even if you think they're not. They are still devastated by whatever this was that happened. And it may have been very sudden. Or for some of you, I feel like you had seen the signs. Like you had seen the signs in terms of, you know, your person being distracted or manipulated by somebody else. You had seen those signs, but you didn't realize that it was going to blow up as big as it did because something happened here, for sure. Definitely. So now what they want to do is they are now, same thing with this milk and honey. I feel like what they're trying to do is figure out how to rise above this, okay? Rise above the drama, the obstacles, and the pettiness. They're trying to find the strength here to rise above, because the way they still feel for you here is a yes. It's like they still want to be with you. They know they've screwed it up, but for them, in their heart of hearts, it's still a yes. Okay, you are still a yes. That is why we're getting this yes with the milk and honey, because I feel like, you know, they're definitely wanting to come back to you with this sweetness. They're definitely going to try to come back to you to entice you back into this connection. And they may make promises that they're no longer going to be like they're rising above that situation or that person, that other party, right? That they're no longer going to fall for their bullshit. They're no longer going to fall for the manipulation, or they're going to resolve or handle that other situation. So they may come to you with some sort of a plan or a resolution for how to never kind of be in this situation again. But it's going to depend on you to hear them out and decide for yourself if you feel that they are sincere, if you feel that it's actually going to change. So go ahead and ask your most urgent question about this connection. What would you like to ask Spirit? And here is your answer. In the near future. Interesting. So make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe, like, and share. It means so much to me. Also, leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. Let me know what you thought of your reading. And if you'd like to order these oracle decks that I've created for you, or have a personal reading with me, all the links are in the box below. So thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you all. I'll see you all on the next video.